The human brain operates through a symphony of neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that regulate everything from mood to movement. Among 100-plus identified neurotransmitters, dopamine and serotonin play starring roles. Dopamine drives motivation and reward-seeking, while serotonin stabilizes mood. Their intricate dance shapes our emotions, decisions, and even personality. Modern neuroscience reveals these chemicals don't work in isolation. They form dynamic networks where imbalance in one disrupts the entire system. Dopamine is often mislabeled as the pleasure chemical. In truth, it fuels anticipation, not satisfaction. Studies show dopamine spikes when pursuing rewards, like food or social media likes, but drops after obtaining them. This explains why achieving goals can feel anticlimactic. The brain's ventral tegmental area releases dopamine, creating a cycle of craving. Paradoxically, excessive dopamine from drugs or gambling hijacks this system, reducing natural motivation over time. While dopamine chases rewards, serotonin maintains emotional equilibrium. Produced in the brainstem's Raphe nuclei, it regulates mood, sleep, and digestion. Low serotonin levels correlate with depression. SSRIs, antidepressants, work by increasing its availability. Unlike dopamine's sharp spikes, serotonin operates subtly. Animal studies show dominant individuals have higher serotonin, suggesting its role in social confidence. However, too much serotonin can cause agitation, proving balance is key. Dopamine and serotonin constantly interact, often antagonistically. For example, serotonin inhibits impulsive behaviors driven by dopamine. PET scans reveal depressed patients have low serotonin but elevated dopamine in certain regions, explaining simultaneous apathy and anxiety. This seesaw dynamic means boosting one neurotransmitter can suppress the other, a challenge for treatments. Evolutionary theorists suggest dopamine prioritized survival drives, while serotonin promoted group harmony. Modern life disrupts neurotransmitter balance. Processed foods spike dopamine, then crash it. Social media triggers endless reward loops. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which depletes serotonin. Even circadian rhythm disruption from screens alters chemical production. A 2021 study found smartphone overuse reduces dopamine receptors, akin to drug addiction. Meanwhile, urban isolation cuts serotonin-boosting social contact. Our brains didn't evolve for these constant assaults. Neuroplasticity lets the brain rewire itself in response to chemical changes. For instance, mindfulness practices thicken serotonin-rich prefrontal areas. However, plasticity has downsides. Repeated dopamine surges from gaming or porn shrink gray matter in decision-making regions. A 2019 Nature study showed taxi drivers' hippocampi expand spatially, proof of adaptation. But plasticity requires time. Rapid modern stimuli overwhelm this natural pace, causing dysfunction. Artificially manipulating neurotransmitters often backfires. Cocaine floods dopamine, leaving users anhedonic, unable to feel pleasure. SSRIs boost serotonin, but may cause emotional blunting. fMRI studies show addicted brains have fewer dopamine receptors, requiring stronger stimuli for response. Even natural rewards like exercise lose appeal when compared to hyperstimulating alternatives. This overload traps individuals in cycles of craving and dissatisfaction. The brain struggles to recover from chemical imbalance. Abstaining from dopamine triggers, like sugar, causes withdrawal-like irritability for weeks. Serotonin restoration via therapy or sunlight takes months. Animal studies reveal post-addiction brains never fully revert, remaining hypersensitive to triggers. This explains high relapse rates. Recovery requires rebuilding natural reward pathways through gradual exposure to mundane pleasures like reading or a conversation. Genetics dictate baseline neurotransmitter levels. The COMT gene affects dopamine breakdown. Warrior variants handle stress better but risk addiction. The 5-HTT-LPR gene influences serotonin transport, linking to anxiety susceptibility. Epigenetics shows trauma can alter gene expression across generations. A child of depressed parents may inherit serotonin deficiencies. Personalized medicine aims to tailor treatments based on these genetic profiles. Though ethical concerns persist, emerging technologies promise better neurotransmitter management. Real-time Effner scans visualize chemical fluctuations during daily tasks. Neurofeedback trains users to self-regulate brain activity. Psychedelics like psilocybin, under research, may reset serotonin networks in depression. CRISPR could someday edit neurotransmitter-related genes. However, experts caution against reductionism. The brain's complexity means chemicals alone don't define us. The future lies in integrating this knowledge holistically.